Status reports provide an overview of what your team is doing and what kind of challenges they might have. The most efficient status reporting method is PPP. It stands for Plans, Progress, and Problems. It's used by companies like Skype, eBay, and Facebook. In this video, we will look at the benefits of using PPP methodology, break it down step by step, and go over best practices regarding the PPP process. Lastly, we will discuss possible tools you can use for your status report. PPPs benefit both the team and its members. From a team perspective, it offers transparency over what each team member is achieving and focusing on. This helps with team communication. It also helps identify what plans are failing or what kind of problems there are, so you can quickly react. When your team is regularly reporting, there is less of a need for meetings, which helps increase productivity. PPPs are especially effective for teams that have quarterly goals, such as OKRs they want to achieve. It is a great way to align your team and to make sure that tasks help accomplish your desired end result. From an individual perspective, PPP status reports help you prioritize weekly plans, ensuring that top priority items get done first. PPPs also help with focus. Each team member can easily focus on the most important task for the week without getting too distracted. When a team is focused and can address possible problems immediately, it's easier to hit targets and accomplish goals. Now, let's break down the PPPs. First off, plans. Under plans, list the 3 to 7 most important things you want to get done during the week. This is not a list of every small task you will do. Instead, use it as a priority list of the most important things you want to focus on. Added plans might be connected to your team's quarterly goals, or they could be other important projects you are working on. When listing these items, remember that it's about being transparent with others on your team. You should provide valuable information that is easy to understand. The second P in PPPs is progress. Progress is your done section. It is what you have completed during the week. The ideal situation is that all of those items you put into plans can be moved to progress by the end of the week. If you worked on something that wasn't planned, but it's important enough to share, then you can add it straight to the progress section. The final P in PPPs is problems. There are 2 ways you can use the problems category. The first way is to move a task from plans to problems if you faced a roadblock or issue with it. The task will stay under problems until it's resolved. You can move it back to plans if you need to keep working on it, or you can put it directly into progress if you finish the task. The second way is to use problems to list all the other issues or challenges that you faced during the week and feel as important enough to share with others. They can be issues directly disturbing your work or challenges you encountered that others in your team should know about. Now that you know the 3 main categories of the PPP methodology, that doesn't mean you cannot be a bit creative and add your own custom categories as well. Think about what kind of information would be interesting and beneficial to share with your team. For example, you might add a category called Lessons Learned, where team members share their weekly insights that others might find useful. Some other ideas that you might add are team improvement ideas. What could I do better this week? Or a category for future ideas, to keep any ideas, tasks, or projects you want to work on in the coming weeks. If plans and progress are more required fields, then problems and other custom fields might be optional. If there were no challenges or lessons learned, then there might not be anything to report in these sections. For any kind of reporting methodology to work successfully, there has to be a commonly agreed process in place. Here are some PPP best practices. You should start planning your next week on Friday, when the current week is about to come to an end. This way, you can get straight to work on Monday, and you can start planning while you still have the current week fresh in your memory. During the week, your team should have a weekly team check-in where each of the team members share. What did they accomplish last week? What will they do this week? Are there any problems? This discussion could easily be part of one of the daily meetings, or you could create a specific meeting for the weekly check-in. During the week, start executing the plans and report on any important information your team may need. Keep your focus on planned items. On Friday, you should do a final update to finish the report. Move all done plans to progress or to problems if you haven't already done so yet. If you have valuable information to share about any item, then you should do so now. Take a minute to also reflect and think if you are satisfied with this week's results. When it's done, you're back to planning the next week again. It is important that your team members all use the same tool to communicate their weekly PPPs. This could be email, a chat program like Slack, or a Google Doc or Excel sheet that everyone has access to. You can use the PPP categories as headings, and under each, list the items by bullet points. You can also add additional comments under each item if your team needs more specific information. Email or a shared document will work at the beginning, but they can quickly become a hassle and chaotic. It is important at some point to move to a specialized reporting tool like Weekdone to make status reporting more intuitive and enjoyable. Weekdone is especially useful if using PPPs to align your team to hit your targets and achieve your goals. That's all there is to it. So, every time you need to write a status report, just use the 3 Ps: plans, progress, and problems. Or if your team has agreed on some custom categories, cover them as well. This will make sure everyone knows what is going on, help your team quickly resolve any problems that they come across, and help your team members focus on the most important task that will help you accomplish your goals. If you are looking to take your team to the next level, consider the goal-setting method OKRs. Objectives and key results go perfectly with PPPs and are a great way to create team alignment. To find out more about OKRs, check out this video or our OKR playlist.